the young, and the restless spoilers. Oh my God, besties. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, a beautiful day to absolutely lose our collective minds over the most insane drama unfolding in Genoa City. Grab your iced coffees and strap in because we are diving straight into the madness right now. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing immediately. Put down whatever you are holding. Pull your car over if you are driving, because I am literally shaking, clutching my pearls, and hyperventilating all at once. Wait, we need to talk about this now, because my soul has actually left my body and is currently floating somewhere in the stratosphere above the shattered remains of the Abbott mansion. I am genuinely unwell. I was mid-skincare, literally had a charcoal mask smeared all over my face and probably my expensive white rug. Let's be real, it's a total disaster in my apartment right now. When the final scene of the episode opened, and when I tell you I had to yeet my phone across the room, I am straight up not exaggerating. The sheer audacity of what we just witnessed is astronomical. It is giving major I cannot even energy, and we are spilling all the tea right now. I am physically vibrating from the sheer gravity of these events. Like my entire personality is now just this one single storyline, and I refuse to apologize for being this extra. Picture this cinematic mayhem, besties. Jack and Kyle are standing in the middle of Diane's bedroom, and the place is a total, unfiltered, emotional train wreck. The room is completely trashed, like world-ending T-level of trashed. The window is entirely shattered into a million tiny, jagged pieces, and the moonlight is hitting the broken glass on the floor like these cold little teardrops scattered across the expensive Abbott carpeting. It's so poetic, but also deeply, viscerally terrifying. Kyle looks like he's about to pass out, his eyes wide with absolute horror, and Jack looks like he's just seen a ghost, which, honestly, he basically has. The stakes are astronomical right now. The wind is howling through the broken window, blowing the silk curtains around like some high-octane psychological thriller masterpiece. It felt like I was watching a horror movie, and I was legit screaming into my decorative pillows. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but did anyone else notice the weird ambient background noise during this scene? It sounded like a low vibrating hum, almost like a vintage horror movie synthesizer soundtrack, and the lighting was so intensely blue and moody, like a very specific 2000s gothic music video aesthetic, which I was kind of obsessed with. But anyway, snapping back to the main tee. Who did this? Who is the mastermind behind this absolute chaos? Bestie, be for real right now. It's Patty Williams. Legit, Patty freaking Williams. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, Patty is officially off the rails, and I am totally living for the sheer, unadulterated chaos of it all. Let's get one thing straight, and I need everyone in the back to hear me. Jack Abbott is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with him. He is the most problematic friend in the group chat right now, and I am personally offended by his choices. Basically, Jack, who is honestly so unhinged for this, thought he could just play with Patty's incredibly fragile mental state just to get back at Victor Newman. Like, what was the actual thought process there? He just used her, manipulated her, and threw her away like garbage to serve his own petty, vindictive revenge plot. He knew she was obsessed with him. He knew she had a dark, violent history. Need I remind everyone that this is the exact same woman who poisoned Summer Newman years ago? And Jack just casually decides, oh yeah, let me flirt with disaster and manipulate a woman whose grip on reality is hanging by a literal thread. Bestie, no. You do not poke the bear when the bear has a history of attempted murder. Oh, and don't even get me started on the vibes leading up to this absolute catastrophe. Jack has been so incredibly messy. Diane literally just caught him in bed with Patty on a boat. A boat? Who even does that? And then, as if that wasn't enough trauma for one marriage, she catches him in a compromising situation with Nicky Newman. Diane was already spiraling, packing her designer bags and screaming about divorce papers. And Jack, instead of going to therapy or fixing his marriage, decides to keep playing his twisted little games. He abandoned Patty the exact second she wasn't useful for his Victor takedown, and that was the exact moment Patty's mind completely snapped like a dry twig. She genuinely believes that Diane is the only obstacle, the one singular thing standing between her and her delusional happily ever after with Jack. So what does Patty do? She goes full-blown horror movie villain, and honestly, I respect the commitment to the bit. I'm calling it right now. The villain arc has officially gone nuclear. Patty literally breaks into the heavily guarded Abbott mansion, overpowers Diane, who, let's be honest, is usually a scrapper, and drags her out of a shattered window. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I cannot even fathom the sheer physical strength and unhinged determination it takes to pull a grown woman through a broken window without anyone in that massive house noticing until it's way too late. Diane must have been so utterly terrified. Imagine just standing in your bedroom, fuming over your husband's cheating, applying your expensive night cream, and suddenly Patty Williams bursts through the glass like the Kool-Aid man of doom. And where's Diane now? Oh, just trapped in a secret underground cellar. A cellar, you guys. Manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because Diane is going to lose her absolute mind down there in the dark. It's cold, it's isolated, and she is entirely at the mercy of a woman who is completely detached from reality. I am literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about Diane waking up on a cold, damp concrete floor, realizing that her husband's toxic, obsessed ex has kidnapped her. This is the kind of high-stakes, breathless drama that makes me physically unwell, yet I cannot look away. I am so deeply invested. I am deeply, personally attacked by how good this writing is right now, and my therapist is going to hear all about it. Wait, I'm glitching. My brain is buffering. Okay, back to the main event. The absolute craziest part of the whole scene in the bedroom. Jack is looking around the wreckage, stepping over the glass with his expensive loafers, and he finds something sitting perfectly on the bed. It's an old, ragged, creepy little doll. Yup, Patty's signature move. The calling card of a madwoman. When Jack picked up that doll, I screamed so loud, my neighbor probably thought I was being attacked by a wild animal. The doll, just sitting there, mocking him, a physical manifestation of his own arrogant, reckless mistakes. It's straight up cinematic brilliance. I legit had to pause the screen and walk laps around my living room to process it. You can physically see the exact moment Jack's heart drops into his stomach. He is standing there, clutching this creepy, ragged doll in his hands, and the suffocating late regret just washes over his face like a tidal wave of doom. He realizes in that exact horrifying second that his selfish, messy, emotional games have just put his wife in extreme, life-threatening danger. He played God with Patty's heart and mind, treating her like a pawn on a chessboard, and now Diane is paying the ultimate price. The guilt on his face was genuinely Oscar-worthy, but also I have zero sympathy for him. Like, you made your bed, Jack, now lie in it. Or, well, you can't, because it's covered in broken glass and creepy dolls. And let's not forget the bigger picture here, because the lore goes so deep. Patty hasn't just been sitting around plotting this. She has been wandering around Genoa City, acting as a reluctant guide for Matt Clark, who is faking amnesia, by the way, which is a whole other level of unhinged. So Patty has been bonding with an actual, literal psychopath over their shared feelings of isolation and being misunderstood outcasts, all while plotting this insane kidnapping of Diane. The layers to this story are basically endless. If Matt Clark somehow gets involved in this cellar situation, or if he helps Patty keep Diane hidden, I am going to actually combust. The unholy alliance of Patty Williams and Matt Clark is the stuff of my literal nightmares. And can we just talk about Kyle for a second? Poor Kyle. He has been through enough. Genuinely. He's standing there, looking at the empty space where his mother should be, and you can see the exact moment his childhood trauma rears its ugly head. He already lost his mother once when she faked her death, which, again, iconic but traumatic, and now he has to face the reality that she's been snatched by a woman who leaves creepy dolls as calling cards. The Abbott Mansion has seen its fair share of drama, but this is next level. That mansion is basically a cursed historical landmark at this point. I'm honestly surprised the walls haven't just crumbled from the sheer weight of all the secrets and betrayals that happen in those hallways. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. But seriously, Jack better mobilize every single resource he has, or I am personally driving to Genoa City to fight him myself. I genuinely do not know how Jack and Kyle are going to fix this absolute disaster. Kyle looks like his entire world has shattered right along with that window glass. He is probably spiraling, thinking about how his mother just got dragged into the abyss. Jack is going to have to go to the darkest, most desperate corners of his soul to find Diane before Patty does something irreversible. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. I will be sending manic, tear-streaked voice notes to the group chat until 4 a.m. about this. If Diane doesn't survive this, or if Jack doesn't grovel for the rest of his natural life, I am suing the writers for emotional damage. Okay, I need to go breathe into a paper bag now. Bye.